What's up guys, happy Friday, welcome to the Fomo Factory. We got a big show today. We're gonna talk about altcoins, but not only that, we're gonna talk about 3 different giveaways that are running on this channel right now. So you better like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notifications. There are 2 pretty nice giveaways and one is going to be maybe the biggest giveaway such a small crypto YouTuber has ever done. So if you like some free money in crypto, then I bought this especially for this video and I have to clean it all up. It sucks. I don't know why I did that. Anyway, welcome to the Fomo Factory. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, turn on the bell notification, and just don't like it, smack that like button. Would really help me a lot. And I got this shit all over my desk right now. God damn it. Right. You better like that. So let's discuss the altcoin market first, because it looks like altcoins are continuing to bleed. Look at this. Bitcoin is down for today. Not much, but it is down. And, you know, down is down. But the Bitcoin dominance is going up. What does that mean? Very simple math. For the people that don't know, Bitcoin is down against the dollar. But when you look at the dominance, so how much money is sitting in Bitcoin compared to altcoins, it's going up. Right? So that means that altcoins against Bitcoin are going down. But if Bitcoin is already down against the dollar, it means altcoins are down against the dollar even more. Now, these are hard times right now. I can tell you that because some people on YouTube and on Twitter, they're talking about a mini altcoin season. And I get where that's coming from, but there are also some people talking about a complete altcoin reckoning, and that's also possible. Well, I can give you my thoughts on it, but I'd like to leave in the middle which one it's going to be. We do not have a crystal ball right here, of course, but we can look at the charts and see, like, you know, what can we make of this right here? Because if you look at the Bitcoin dominance, it's now sitting at resistance. And we have been there once, 2 times, and well, let's count all of these basically at once. So 3 times before, right? In the last 2 years. So that's not much. And for example, when we look at June 2022 until September 2022, that's when the Bitcoin dominance went down. Altcoins really mooned right there. So I see a lot of people talk about the fact that, yeah, if that happens right now and we go down, then altcoins could really moon again. And although that is possible, we have to keep one thing in consideration. Back in June 2022 until September 2022, what did Bitcoin do? June 2022, right here, until September 2022, right here. So Bitcoin had a run up in that whole period, right? While the Bitcoin dominance was going down, Bitcoin went up. That means that if Bitcoin is already up, but altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin, then altcoins really go up, right? But the problem is now the Bitcoin dominance is sitting at that same level again, but also Bitcoin is sitting at major resistance at the moment, right? And I'm not saying that Bitcoin cannot break this. Eventually it will, right? But is it going to happen right now? First attempt? I don't know. Because everybody talked about 25K being big resistance, right? This yellow line right here, this horizontal. And we finally broke that. But was it major resistance, really? Basically, all the resistance at 25K that we had is what we created here back in August 2022, right? We tried a couple of times, and here in this period in February, last month, we tried again, and then we finally broke it. But that was not that big resistance. However, if I look at this level of around 29, 30K, that's a whole different story, because that was already huge support in January 2021. It was 3 times big support in a row in May, June, July 2021. When we came down in the bear market, this functioned as a multi-week support as well before we finally broke down. So this looks like a way big, and previous support. If you go below that and you want to break above, then it's resistance. So this looks like a way bigger resistance level than, for example, the 25K. So I just don't think that we are going to break this that easy. So if the Bitcoin dominance goes down right now, Bitcoin might not have the run up as it has right here, but Bitcoin might come down, right? Or maybe sideways, but at least I think not up. So that would really suggest, and that I don't know if that's going to happen. In my opinion, that's the most likely scenario. That would suggest that we do not get such an alt rally as we had back in June last year, where a lot of altcoins really did well. My favorite project, Cedarfy, went from 90 cents to $3.30, so it did a 3.5x. And yeah, Matt, well, I can give you a lot, like Ethereum doubled. I can give you a lot of examples, but a lot of altcoins did very well, and way more than 3x's, by the way. But I don't know if that's going to happen, though. I don't know. What's also possible, what we should consider is this. Bitcoin gets rejected right here at the 29, 28,000 level when we go back to, let's say, 25. Right? So Bitcoin goes down. But in the meantime, the Bitcoin dominance is also getting rejected. Right? That's also possible. In that case, altcoins don't really do much. Or the Bitcoin dominance breaks through and it goes towards 53%. That means that this is a pretty big Bitcoin run. So I don't know. I don't expect too much of altcoins just yet, to be completely honest. If I look at my medium risk watch list right here with all the coins that I'm keeping my eye on, like, I don't know, a lot of coins are still in their range, and they look like a lot of them, like for example here Chainlink, but we also got Volker Forged, we got a lot. They are in some kind of an accumulation area right now, right? For example, for Chainlink, it's a big range though. It's been ranging since May last year. So that's almost a year right now, right? Where it basically does not much. It goes from $8.30 to $5.50. Like I said, it's a big range, but this is the range right here. Well, we are now sitting at 730, right? This move in the dominance could send altcoins down, and it could send altcoins down, a lot of them, to the lowest side of the range, which is 23% lower in this case for Chainlink. And although I get that people feel like, man, yeah, if I'm going to invest for the long term, by the range, right? I mean, if you invest for 2 years from now for the next bull run, yeah, I have to give you that, like, don't try to time the bottom. That doesn't work, right? You can be lucky, but timing the bottom is very hard. But on the other hand, if you do feel like, okay, I don't want to time the bottom exactly, but I want to get the most out of it, yeah, you get a lot more if you buy Chainlink, for example, at 570 than 730, for example, right? And it's very easy math. It doesn't look like a lot, but let's just say, very hypothetically, I don't know though, but let's say that Chainlink goes back to its previous all-time high of $52. Let's say you buy it right here where it is right now. You go to $52. That's a 720% gain. That's very nice. That's very nice. But if you buy this 20% difference lower and you go back to the all-time high, that's an 840% gain, right? So it is, 20% doesn't look like a lot, but if you go all the way back up, then at the end of the day, it is actually quite a lot. Therefore, I would like to say, if you're buying altcoins with your USDT and not with your Bitcoin, because that's a whole different story, but if you do that, then just apply the dollar cost strategy. In my opinion, that's best because, like I said, again, you cannot time this bottom. You can be lucky, but don't try to do it, right? It won't work. So you can buy at 730. If it goes higher, buy at $8. If it goes lower, buy at 580. You will have a good position at the end of the day, right? And then you are all set to go, especially if you are planning to hold until the bull market anyway. So that's that. Now, like I said, I got 3 giveaways. I would like to talk about the first giveaway right now, and let's discuss a couple of altcoins after that. Then another giveaway, a couple of other altcoins, and then the huge giveaway. But really, the huge giveaway. Okay, I'm not over exaggerating right here. That's gonna be freaking legendary. All right, I had to say wait for it, if you know what I mean. But the first giveaway is, of course, the giveaway that you all know about, probably Delysium. Delysium, I am doing a giveaway with Delysium, of Delysium. You can run a DMA where you get your your AG tokens daily, passively, right? So whenever the token comes out, you get your tokens, you can sell it, but the next day you have more tokens, you can sell it, and that goes on for years and years and years. Now Delysium is doing so freaking much. Their AI side, Lucy, it's like Chat GPT, but then crypto stuff. They now expanded to the Binance Smart Chain and not just Ethereum, so that's really being something else. Plus, they had a very insane partnership with Altora. Altora is a project quite low cap, but we probably all know about Altora, and it's definitely in my portfolio. And I love to see that they partnered up with Delysium as well. So what is this giveaway for the people that don't know? It's basically if you buy a DMA through my code, there's a code in the description, you have a chance that I will give you a free DMA as well. So I pick one person that gets a free DMA from me if you bought using this code. Now the DMAs are not transferable, so I will give you the money that you will have to pay for a DMA. It's kind of fucked up because DMAs are getting more expensive. It's now $1,500, so I will actually give away $1,500. And I'm gonna cap it at that, I think, though, because otherwise I can't give away unlimited money, man. It's so much. So that's one thing. So that's the Delysium. Make sure to check that out. And don't forget, don't buy because I say so. If you can miss it and if you like the project after you've done your research, then you can get it right there. So that's that. Now for the rest, you know, I just would like to see how this Bitcoin move is playing out. To be completely honest, I am not surprised if Bitcoin goes back to at least 25K, maybe even 24 and a half. If that happens, it looks like a big move down. But guys, please don't forget, just last week we were sitting at 22, right? So if you look at it like that, crypto can be very hard. Like you see gains, and you have one red day and you'd be like, fuck. Think about the gains. Come on, please. Don't forget about that. So, but I won't be surprised because that was just big support. And we haven't retested it yet, right? We had this wick right here to 26.5 where we found support. And that's because of this level right here and this right here. But that doesn't look like that much to me, to be completely honest. Did we have more? No, not really. That wasn't even that level. So I don't know. It doesn't look like that strong support. Also, the weekly stochastic RSI is pretty overbought at the moment. And at some point, it could stay here for a while. But at some point, it has to cool off. So that comes down. Bitcoin comes down. Hopefully, Bitcoin just retests at around 25 so that the weekly stochastic can reset and we can go up and give this, you know, 28, 29 level another attempt. Eventually we will break it. And what's still very positive, we are way above the bull market support band. That's coming in at the moment at 22,300. That's basically my main indicator that the bear market is not taking place right now. As long as you're above the bull market support band, then it's good. Because what is it? Well, it supports the bull market basically. And I'm not saying it's a bull market right now, but the chart is showing bullish moves, of course, right? This last bull run, we went above the bull market support band and we retested, but it dragged it up perfectly, basically, right? And once we broke down below it, the trend basically changed, right? People already said that the bull market was over right here. Some people say right here, but anyway, it has changed and Bitcoin fell hard from there, from 65K to 30. So that's a huge drop, of course, especially if you think that there's a bull market going on, right? So that's that. Let's discuss a couple of altcoins. In general, first, the total 3. This is everything except Bitcoin and Ethereum. We're still in this falling wedge right here. Now, what it is, falling wedges, they play out to the upside most time. So I'm not saying it will, like it can go down. Benjamin Cohen says that it will go down because in the last bear market, we were in a falling wedge as well, and we had a small like breakout to the downside right here before we continued our way in a very long, boring, well, how long was this? From February 2019, and we really started going up halfway 2020. So if I look at this chart right here, and if we have to compare it, because we are not even here yet, if we are going to repeat this, it could take an easy 2 years before we really see an altcoin bull run. But that's if this plays out, right? It's like, we don't know. But usually these things break out to the upside. However, what's in my opinion still possible, I mean, it's still the range, right? We go up, get rejected, try another time, get rejected, go down, find support right there, go down, find another time support right there, we go up. We are now, you know, basically getting rejected. As you see, the candle is red right there as well, perfectly on this line. What's likely, we could do this, right? Try again. We could do this. And in both cases, we are going lower. Because altcoins, if I look, at least if we look at this trend right here, which we have been in since April 2021, so 2 years right now. If I look at this trend, and if we are going to continue this trend for a few months, then we are going lower. Altcoins are going lower, right? Or we now have to break that trend. Sorry. I don't know if we are now going to break that trend. I don't see why we should break that trend right now. The argument I could have for why we should break that trend right now is this is the first time. Yeah, not really the first time. This was basically still part of the bull market. If we don't count that, then it's the first time that we try to attempt to break to the upside while we are sustainably sitting above the bull market support band. Right? That's not really what happened right here. We stayed there for like 2 weeks, was like a 2-week fake out, and we got back under it again. Now we are sitting above the bull market support band since the end of January. It's now the end of March, so 2 months already. You know, the longer we're there, the more confirmation we have that it's not a fake out, but that it's actually a trend that we should continue to hold. So I don't know. It's exciting times because although we are getting support from the bull market support band, we are getting some resistance probably here from the 50 weekly moving average. So, and we are just at top of this trend. So I don't know. I understand that a lot of people feel like, okay, we now might want to ape in some altcoins. Maybe they're right, man. Maybe they're right. Maybe now we just break out. Could happen. Could happen. I mean, Bitcoin did it a long time ago already, right? Bitcoin was also in that downtrend right here, and we broke out the end of January, right? Altcoins still in that trend right now. So we are still there, right? So altcoins are really lagging when it comes to Bitcoin. So for the last few months, like I said, it was better to be in Bitcoin. And the Bitcoin dominance shows that, right? That the Bitcoin is dominating right here. So therefore you want to be in Bitcoin. If you should now convert all your altcoins into Bitcoin, I don't know yet. Like I said, if we are here, you want to put altcoins into Bitcoin, right? You want to convert your alts into Bitcoin because now we had that Bitcoin run. If we are here, you want to put some Bitcoin into altcoins. But eventually, I do think that we will, you know, break this trend as well and find some higher ranges. If that happens, yeah, you don't want to already be completely in altcoins because we can get an insane Bitcoin run still. Like, this is not a bull market. Don't forget about that. A lot of people say, like, first comes Bitcoin, then Ethereum, then the high caps, then the small caps, right? But who says that Bitcoin is done? Who says that maybe, you know, Bitcoin is doing something like this? Good run, go back down, and blah, we go up from the halving, like really up. And then altcoins will follow. And altcoins won't necessarily follow this rally that we are having right now, right? Could be a very hard year for us, guys. Don't forget about that. Could be very boring and very nerve-wracking at the same time, because you think like, oh, we're going up, and then we go all the way back down again, and we go all the way up. You get excited and slap back down again, and basically we are in this kind of a range between, let's say, 18 and 30, and that's a big range, but like nothing really life-changing except if you are a very professional trader, of course. But for an investor, it might not be the most exciting year yet. So I want to jump into some specific altcoins right now. Let me quickly talk about the second giveaway, because that's going to be very interesting. And the second giveaway is this giveaway right here. Let me show you. This is the giveaway that I'm doing together with Bybit. We are giving away an iPhone 14. So that's pretty cool, of course, because iPhones, it's an iPhone. Come on, man. It's worth a lot of money. If you want to sell it, whatever, do that. But we are giving an iPhone 14 away. What's up with that? If you sign up through Bybit to the link in the description down below, and deposit a minimum of $100, and you just trade on Bybit like you do on Binance, on KuCoin. You just trade right there, then you're liable to win. The more you trade, the higher your trading volume, the higher the chances that you actually win it. So make sure that, don't deposit $100 and just buy something and wait. If you have your favorite altcoins, just get them right there. And for the people asking like, yo, I'm in the US, can I use Bybit? You have to have VPN. You have to have VPN. So make sure that you do that. Wait, Cedify is tweeting something. I always get a hard one from that. AMA with the okay, well, whatever. Okay, good. Let me talk about the next thing, about altcoins. Well, one altcoin that I am looking at the moment is Games for a Living. Now, Games for a Living is a project that has been released by Engine Starter, by Cedify, and it's done okay. The listing price was 0.004. It did a slightly more than a 3x, and it's now cooling off, and it's now at 0.0063, give or take. Why? The project, let me put it like this. The team, I don't know a better team in crypto gaming. This has the most professional team in crypto gaming. However, the marketing is like non-existent. And I think they kind of do that on purpose. They don't try to rush the project, making 100x or whatsoever. And I kind of appreciate that. I kind of like that. But as a pre-sale investor, yeah, I would prefer 100x though, of course. So, but Games for a Living, it is in my gaming portfolio, and I cannot really give you some TA on that, to be completely honest, because there is not a lot of price history yet. You can get it on PancakeSwap, Bitmart, and Bilaxi. Some more exchanges should be following. Before you buy this, do some research, check out the token vesting, because there are pre-sale investors, private investors, team tokens getting vested right now. So the market cap is quite low. I have to check out how much in circulation right now, but I think like 400 million maybe. So that's 20 times as low. So I think the market cap is around $2-3 million right now. But, tokens are getting vested. So the fully diluted is much higher, of course. But this is a project, in my opinion, it's a long-termer for me. So that's really nice. Another project that I'm, of course, always interested in, and a lot of you guys are as well, is Cedify. Cedify is, a lot of people say like, Cedify is not really doing anything. It's not making big moves now. That's correct, indeed. However, it is still in a good trend, right? I did not draw this line like perfectly or whatsoever. We can put it like this, something like this, right? But what Cedify is doing, if you look on the slightly longer time frame, it's still in its upwards trend right here, right? So I'd rather see it go this way than this way, of course. Cedify, however, is really having a battle right here with the 50 daily moving average, and with the bull market support band. Let me see, is that correct what I'm saying all the time? I don't know if that's, is it the 50 or the 20? 50. Yeah, okay, I'm cool. All right. So CeDeFi is struggling with that. S-Fund, I should say, is struggling with that. We have to see how this is going to play out, this pattern. Such a pattern usually breaks to the downside, I think. So we have to take a look at that. But that's also an example. If you look at CeDeFi compared to Bitcoin, you see that it's just making a new low. It just made a new low yesterday, right? Yesterday is the new S-Fund Bitcoin cycle low. And a lot of altcoins look like that. Therefore, I said a lot like, yo, look, altcoins are nice, but you can better be in Bitcoin if it comes to the returns, right? I mean, if you bought S-Fund, for example, right here, it doesn't matter what the dollar price is doing because it went down against Bitcoin. So you could have better bought Bitcoin and maybe buy CeDeFi with it right now or in a week or 2 months or half a year. It doesn't matter, but, you know, that's the thing. Now, I do have a lot of S-Fund, and that's just because their utility makes money for you as well, you know, by participating in these launches. So it's not just an altcoin that's dusting away somewhere on my account. This is actually generating revenue, of course. So therefore, you know, I treat this kind of, you know, different than others. But overall, altcoins are just not really worth it. If you look, let me take a look at the medium risk portfolio right here. Here, Cardano, for example, look, it put in a lower low as well this week, right? If we put it on the daily, I think it was a couple of days ago. Here we go, the 20s. But Cardano also putting in lower lows after lower lows, right? That's the trend. Going down, broke major support just because it was sitting at the basically last support that it had. And then the Bitcoin dominance went up. Yeah, and then what happens? These altcoins already lost their support. So then it's free fall, right? And what I'm kind of what I'm kind of cautious for is that now if Bitcoin sees a good pullback and it drags altcoins down with it, then, you know, Cardano Bitcoin is already at its lower low, right? So the Cardano dollar will really take a big hit then, right? Really take a big hit. So Cardano now sitting at 36 cents. And you might feel like, well, yeah, cool, look at this range. Again, guys, if you buy it right here, I don't even know if Cardano is also going back to its all-time high, but let's say it is. If you buy it right here and you go back to all-time high, 700% gain. But what if you buy it on the next support level? 1,500% gain. That's a huge difference. That's a huge difference, right? That's twice your portfolio. Right, so plus you have to face some temporary losses as well, and you have to really not get emotional. And I don't know. I think a lot of altcoins, they are just not worth buying yet. And I can be wrong. And I'm definitely hope I'm wrong. But, and I'm not saying don't buy altcoins, but I'm just saying take into consideration that this is a possibility, right? And be prepared for both outcomes. That's the best way to handle this, in my opinion. AVAX Bitcoin put in a lower low this week as well. A lot of projects did. So when it comes to that, it's not really looking that good. Now, why did I take my money gun? Let me tell you this. As you know, there's another giveaway running on this channel, or maybe you don't know, but then now you know. And that giveaway, and that giveaway is getting updated right now. So for the people that already know, it's also interesting. But for the people that don't know, I'm buying 4 crypto portfolios with coins that are called by YouTubers, Alex Becker, Crypto Banter, BitBoy, and the community of the Fomo Factory. So I have 4 crypto portfolios with 10 coins in each portfolio. I'm still tweaking and getting the best coins that they call, but we are there, basically. What I said is I'm going to invest $2,000 in every portfolio. And once Bitcoin hits $100,000, we're going to take a look at the portfolio with the highest returns. And that portfolio is going to the community. couple of people from the community will share that complete portfolio. Now you have to understand, if Bitcoin hits $100,000, then where do you think that altcoins are? Good altcoins. They fly. So if there's a portfolio that does 100x and we put $2,000 in, that's $200,000. Let's say I divide that portfolio over 10 people. Everybody gets $20,000. That's insane. So, but I decided to tweak it a little bit. I decided to put in a little more money than that. I made some good gains lately in crypto by doing some pre-sales, some NFT flipping and all that. And I decided every portfolio, and this is the last adjustment that I do, believe me, every portfolio gets $4,000. So 4K in every portfolio. So if the portfolio does 100x, that's a $400,000 giveaway. That's exactly this. And all you need to do is just be a subscriber of the channel, just like the video, and every now and then just take a video of mine and leave a comment. That's it. And I will make a lot of updates. I will definitely keep you updated on how to exactly win that portfolio. Maybe we do some kind of a gleam contest where you have to share something on Twitter and get some entry points, or I don't know. We'll figure it out. That's okay. That's no problem. So that's the last thing I wanted to say. With that being said, I want to round it up. Guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, suggestions, opinions, comments, leave it down below. Like the video, turn on the bell notification after you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you very soon.